Halloween was released a couple of weeks ago and stars Jamie Lee Curtis, and this is a sequel to the Halloween franchise, aiming for the original Halloween, not a remake or a reboot. This is a direct sequel. And in this film, the story revolves around Laurie Strode, who is a grandmother now and has a new family, a daughter who has another daughter, and technically is having the mindset of Michael Myers is possibly coming back to his old hometown to kill off Laurie Strode and start another killing spree. And Laurie Strode has to try to protect her new family by finally getting rid of Michael, who she views as the boogeyman. Honestly, I didn't really have extreme high expectations walking in this movie. Even though I am a big fan of Michael Myers, I didn't walk into this movie being like, oh my god, this movie's gonna be so great. I had some expectations walking in, but I didn't want to keep them extremely high. Even though I'm such a huge fan of Michael Myers, the first Halloween film at least. And I'm a fan of the killer in general, technically. But anyway, after seeing this movie really surprised me. This is honestly my favorite Halloween sequel. Surprisingly. This is the best sequel. This is the best Halloween sequel, honestly. And it's actually good that we actually have a sequel to a franchise, to a horror franchise that actually respects the original movie. This movie really does respect a lot of aspects that the original 1978 John Carpenter's Halloween film brought us. That film had tension. Sure, it was slow at times, but the reason for that is because it was building up suspense and tension throughout technically the entire runtime of the film. But in this film, we get to see a lot more of Michael Myers and the terror and the horrifying things he does to the people of Haddonfield. There were a lot of enjoyable sequences in this film, honestly. Jamie Lee Curtis as Laurie Strode, she has really changed in this movie, and it's a great change. You can tell just from the first events from the first film. Ever since then, it's been messing up Laurie Strode really bad. And she hasn't stepped away from not thinking about Michael Myers. He's always in her head, and that's technically the reason why he stays alive. The opening of this film, honestly, is very powerful. I really enjoyed the opening of this film. It was creepy, it had tone, it had suspense, it had everything. The opening was really perfect, honestly. The movie isn't perfect. I do have some flaws with this movie. I do really like this movie a lot. Trust me, when I say this is my favorite Halloween sequel. But, this movie does have some flaws, honestly. And I guess one of my flaws has to do with character decisions on in those cliche horror movies and stuff like that. Some of the characters make bad decisions in this film, and sometimes we obviously know they're going to be the prime victim of Michael Myers. And it's sometimes obvious, and I didn't really I didn't really care for that. But my other flaw with this movie is that I thought that each kill that happened quickly. The kills are really great, honestly. They really are creative and great. But I think they happen quickly as every kills go on, as each kill goes on. And I don't know if it's just me, but honestly, I really like the kills and honestly, thank God this movie is rated R, because there were some bloody sequences that were highly satisfying. I really thought the direction was on point in this movie. I really liked the direction. It brought back the creepy aspects. It brought back the creepy and suspenseful and scary feel of how Michael Myers was back then. Because if Halloween, if you were born during this time, maybe the 2000s, and if you were just to think on how scary the original Halloween was when it first came out way back in 1978, that film was just new to cinema. It just was thrown out into theaters, into the audience, and Many people were terrified of that film because it was something brand new that was brought into the horror genre. It was so original. It was something that no one has ever done before. I just want to say, the bottom line is, I really like this film a lot. It's not as good as the original classic 1978 Halloween movie, which that movie will always remain as a classic, as generations go on. But this is definitely my favorite Halloween sequel. I like it better than the Rob Zombie remake. I like it better than all of the Michael Myers and Halloween sequels. This is definitely my favorite Halloween sequel out of the bunch. I'd have to say the characters really are interesting, actually. They actually made an attempt to make likable characters in this movie, and we don't really get that much. These characters have lives. They're experiencing problems with Laurie Strode, and they don't know that, technically. They don't know that Michael Myers is coming after them. And they just know that Laurie Strode is having a huge breakdown, and they don't know how to fix her. It's because she's always been thinking about Michael Myers. She knew one day he would come back so she can get rid of him before he gets rid of her. And finally, they actually got the mask for Michael Myers right. It's been technically 40 years, and we still really haven't gotten a perfect example of a really great Michael Myers mask. There are some okay Michael Myers masks, like the Rob Zombie Halloween one. I even own the mask myself. Look, let me show you. Look at this. Look at this right here. Yeah, the hair is just like everywhere. So when I wear that mask again, I'm gonna have to fix the hair on that. But anyway, yeah. They haven't really been able to fix the masks, like get it right for Michael Myers. This time, they actually did it. The mask in this movie and the costume design for Michael Myers is on point. It's creepy. It actually brings back some of the suspense that were brought from the first film, and I love that this film managed to bring this film technically was made by care. You could tell, like, the director of this film made this film with care and with the help of the producer John Carpenter, and with the amazing score that's in the beginning of the movie. Who doesn't know the score? John Carpenter even scored the movie from the original Halloween film. Dun 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 dun. Yes, yes, yes. Technically, almost everyone should know that score. I really also love the sequences where you can hear Michael Myers breathing through his mask. We haven't got really that since the original 1978 Halloween. In the other sequels, you don't really hear him do that stuff. I thought that was creepy, when he's always breathing through his mask and stuff like that. There are even times in this movie where he grunts. Like, maybe when he's being stabbed by someone or when he's being hit, he'll grunt. And I was like, we never really hear him make a sound and stuff like that, or he doesn't really speak to anyone because it's physically impossible for him to. And I think those are one of the reasons what makes Michael Myers scary. And technically, the thing that revolves around Halloween, the film, is that the original 1978 film, that film revolves around evil. You don't know why Michael Myers is just killing people. He just is. He's just a psychopath. I think that's why Michael Myers is probably the scariest horror icon technically, because all the other horror icons like Freddy Krueger, they're scary in their own ways, but they have purposes on why they're scary. Michael Myers is just a psychopath, and you don't know why. He just is, and I think that's what makes it scary, more scary, honestly. Honestly, guys, I really had a fun time with this film. I had a great time with Halloween. And I'm actually going to go see it again this Friday with some friends. I'm actually really going to go see this movie again because if you guys are a fan of Michael Myers, or if you guys are a fan of the horror genre in general, go see this movie because I'm pretty sure you will have a great time. I liked it a lot. Maybe some people will think it's okay. I don't think everyone's going to like it or love it, but maybe you'll think it's okay or something like that. But I honestly had a really good time with this film, and I'm going to give Halloween a B+. So guys, thank you guys so much for watching this review. Look forward to other reviews for Horror Movie Month. I will hopefully do upload a review of a special movie today for Halloween. Yes, today is Halloween. Happy Halloween, everyone. You guys go do what you want. Go trick-or-treating. Have Halloween parties. Be safe today, too, because Halloween can be a crazy time day sometimes. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and have a happy Halloween to all of you guys who are celebrating this day. And as always, I am Mario Fan 520, and I will see you next time. Peace out.